here, but there's one woman who is pretty much tag team wrestler when it comes to the Knockouts division. That's Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde has 3 reigns, totaling 377 days. Not only does she have 3 reigns, she has 3 reigns with. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, October 7th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, and unlike John Cena, I don't have a tag team partner. It is me, Jeremy Pierce. Welcome, one and all. You know you can check me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, the 215 on Twitter, Coffee, Patreon is always welcome. And before we get today's show, I got some things I want to discuss real quick on the horizon. This is what we got coming up for you. If you saw the new schedule for October, we got some things. So first things first, I'm gonna give you more reels and more shorts. More reels, more shorts. I gotta be really consistent with those. More consistent lists for sure. And lastly, a new show, Throwback Thursday. So essentially in my closet, I have some old WWE magazines, a whole bunch of stuff. And during the second and fourth Thursday of the month, we're gonna look at these magazines. And then when the series is all well and done and finished, I'll sell them. Whoever wants them can bid on them. But for today's show, Fastlane starts in about 7 or 8 hours. So we are going to look at the card, seeing as it is a short card, and preview predictions. And we're just going to dive right into it. But for now, you know what's next. So just go on and hit my music. All right, seems we got Fastlane on the horizon. We got a short card. Thought it'd be prudent, and we haven't actually had many Fastlanes. We've had 7. Tonight will be the 7th one. I thought it would be fun to take a look back and rank the 5 previous Fastlane main events. So, number 5, 2017, Goldberg versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal Championship. So when it comes to the overall Fastlane cards and overall shows, 2017 is absolutely a stinker of a card. Just not good. But our main event, Kevin Owens was on a roll, and he was the Universal Champion, and Goldberg came in and squashed him. This match went 22 seconds. You got that right. 22 seconds. This was a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Goldberg was just coming back, and the following pay-per-view, I believe, after TakeOver, was WrestleMania 33. And what did Goldberg do on that card? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Kevin Owens lost the title just so Goldberg could lose the championship to Brock Lesnar, because Vince is gonna Vince. Number 4, 2016, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose for a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania 32. This was all about the Authority that year. So you knew essentially who was going to win this match. And it was a fine match. It was a nice little banger of a match, and it was probably the best match on the card, second to only AJ and Jericho. But you knew Roman Reigns was going to win, and Roman went on to defeat Triple H at WrestleMania, because I believe Triple H won the championship in the Royal Rumble that year. And Brock went on to have a pretty boring and bad match with Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania that year. Number 3, 2019, The Shield versus Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. I had to go back and watch this and just remember this. I don't remember this match at all. I don't. And the crazy thing is, after going back and checking out Fastlane 2019, this was actually one of the better Fastlanes. It was just a good, solid event, from the tag team title opening match to our main event with the Shield reuniting before ultimately splitting up one last time, with Dean Ambrose leaving the WWE, moving on to AEW. Number 2, 2021, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Universal Championship, with Edge as the special guest enforcer. Now, this was Edge on his comeback tour, having won the Royal Rumble. I'm 100% sure Edge won the Royal Rumble that year, and this was cool. It was solid. It was everything that you needed to be, and Edge played a part, making sure things went according to plan so he can ultimately win the championship at WrestleMania, but that did not happen. And number 1, 2018, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in a 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship. You know, it's so funny. Fastlane 2018 and 2019 both took place in Ohio. 2018 in Columbus, 2019 in Cleveland, which is a little weird. Actually, the 2016 Fastlane took place in Ohio, which is a little odd. But the 2018 main event was absolutely a banger of a match. This was a SmackDown specific brand pay-per-view, and it was a solid card with a solid show. But this main event slapped on all levels. We know what AJ, Ziggler, KO, and Sami could bring to the table, but it was Corbin and Cena that upped their game to really be on par and on pace with the other wrestlers. This was definitely, for sure, one of the better Fastlane, and definitely a great Fastlane before WrestleMania. This was a solid show. This main event really helped carry it. That is the episode list, and we'll be right back. LA Knight. I think I did that right. LA Knight. This man is on a roll. The man formerly known as Max Dupree, the man formerly known as Eli Drake, with the shoes of a champion. He finds himself in possibly the main event of the card, teaming with John Cena to take on the Bloodline, and is now part of one of the biggest stories, if not the biggest story in professional wrestling. Look how far he's come. Being separated from Maximum Male Models helped tremendously, and now the organic growth. Yes, he has tapped into what made the Attitude Era so great, taking from The Rock, taking from Stone Cold Steve Austin, but that has just made him a very likable man, even though he is a former $1 million champion. LA Knight, even though he's older, will become one of the biggest stars in professional wrestling. Fans love him, and the WWE can't squander this. He needs to be on an upward trajectory with some speed bumps here and there, and ultimately becoming a champion, whether that's United States, Intercontinental, World Heavyweight, Undisputed, Universal, whatever the case may be, because even he said that himself, and now he's made himself Roman Reigns' problem. I cannot wait to see what's going to go down between them two. This is great for LA Knight, and I am genuinely excited to see where it goes for him, because at the end of the day, he will be someone special in the WWE, and that is just a fact of life. Yeah! All right, WWE Fastlane as well. Fast approaching, and we've got ourselves a 5-match card, but I think some matches will be added. Let's take a look at last year's card before we get into the predictions and the preview of today's show. So Fastlane 2021, there wasn't one in 2022. Fastlane 2021 took place at the Performance Center, or the Thunderdome, as it was during the pandemic. Our commentary team was Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, Samoa Joe, and Tom Phillips. So how did the card shape up? Well, we opened up with a women's tag team title match with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, with Reginald defending against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. This was weird. This was that whole, Bianca and Sasha facing each other at WrestleMania. Can they coexist? It was stupid. We had an Intercontinental Championship match with Big E defending against Apollo Crews. Big E retained. We had a singles match. Braun Strowman defeating Elias, who was accompanied by Jackson Riker. Seth Rollins defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. And now 2 years later, they are facing each other again. We had a no-holds-barred match with Drew McIntyre defeating Sheamus. And again, no-holds-barred matches are stupid because WWE doesn't actually follow the rules of a no-holds-barred match. Alexa Bliss defeated Randy Orton only during pandemic-era wrestling in the main event. Roman Reigns defeated Daniel Bryan with special guest enforcer Edge to retain the Universal Championship. Now, as we move over to the 2023 card, we have 5 matches on the card. I think at least 2 more will be added. I think a possible women's tag team title match will be added. I think Nia versus Shayna will probably be added. If I could think of anything else, just looking at the card, nothing crazy that I can see added besides those 2 women's matches. But let's move on to the card. First up, we have a tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, as the Judgment Day will be defending against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Now, after retaining the championships previously, defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the Judgment Day are on a roll, and looks like they finally got their ducks in a row. Looks like they are finally on the same page, and now they have new challengers in Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. This is just a stopgap feud. I think this is just a stopgap pay-per-view, actually. I don't see the Judgment Day losing. The all question will be what is Jay's ultimate motive? He and Cody showed up on SmackDown this past week to align themselves with John Cena and LA Knight. So essentially what I see here is we're leading towards a War Games match at Survivor Series, but expect the Judgment Day to win and retain. This is going to be a really fine match. Seeing as we have 5 matches currently scheduled, I expect a lot of the matches on the card, at least 3 or 4 of the matches, get at least some time, 15 to 20 minutes, and I can see this being one of them. It's really impossible for this to be bad. Dom will be there, Rhea will be there. Question is, what can Cody and Jay do to overcome that damn numbers game? Next up, we got a 6-man tag matches. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits will be taking on the LWO. Now, here's the thing with this match. It was originally supposed to be Ray, Santos, and either Cruz or Joaquin taking on the Profits and Lashley, but that was never going to happen. As we saw on SmackDown, the tag team of Joaquin and Cruz del Toro were taken out by Lashley. So Ray said he'll make a phone call. Now, the big rumor is Carlito will be the tag team partner, and I expect Carlito to be the tag team partners. I either expect it to be Carlito or Dragon Lee. Those 2 names make the most sense. I also, hear me out, I also expect the LWO to win. So it'll further the story of Lashley trying to get the Street Profits to show that killer instinct, to show him that they can be dominant. We got to break these dudes down and build them up as a heel team. They don't need to come out dominating right away. They've been doing that on SmackDown for the past couple of weeks, but I like the LWO to win. I don't need any dissension from the LWO. I don't need Santos turning on Ray at all. But I take the LWO to win this match. Next up, we have the WWE Women's Championship, as Io Sky will be defending the championship against Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match. Io didn't want this match. Bayley agreed for her, and I am conflicted because y'all know how I feel about Charlotte Flair. LOL. Charlotte wins. Io just got the championship, and would the WWE be dumb enough to not only take the championship off her, but to put it on Charlotte Flair? Yeah, I think they would do it. But as much as I dislike Charlotte Flair, as much as I dislike the booking, I love Io. I love Asuka. I think Asuka's in this match just to take the pin, which very much sucks because Charlotte Flair never, ever, ever gets pinned in multi-man matches, and it annoys me so freaking much because she's got to be protected at all times. Now, with that rant out of the way, this could steal the show. This could steal the show. All three of these women are fantastic wrestlers, with Io and Asuka being really, really true standouts. Sorry, they're better than Charlotte. Charlotte wishes she was as good as Io and Asuka. But I expect this to go at least 15 minutes. I expect these three women to really put on a really solid match. My head says Charlotte will win. My heart says Io will win. I'm going with my heart because of how much I love Io Sky. So take Io to win this with the over the moonsault on to Asuka. And I think we'll get a little callbacks to the triple threat match that happened in NXT between Io, Charlotte, and I believe Rhea Ripley when Io won the NXT Women's Championship. So take my girl Io to retain the WWE Women's Championship. Next up, we have our probable main event with the team of LA Knight and John Cena taking on the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Now, here's the thing. Roman Reigns has been gone for over a month now. I don't even know what his last match was. When was the last time Roman Reigns was on TV? He's been gone for so long. So the question is, how does Roman Reigns play a part in this tag team match? Jimmy has just been on a tear. I don't know. He has been dominating. So what happens when Roman Reigns comes back? Roman hasn't wrestled since SummerSlam. SummerSlam was back in August. You told me Roman Reigns hasn't been around for 2 months? That's absurd. Jimmy and Solo are both unhinged, and Solo clearly wants to be the alpha, and Roman is clearly scared of Solo. So what happens when these two lose this match? I really do think they're going to lose this match. This has been a good experiment with the strike going on. John Cena can't do anything, so having him back has definitely helped. And teaming with LA Knight, giving LA Knight the rub will definitely work here, because Paul Heyman has said it himself, LA Knight has become a problem for the Bloodline. He's barely even done anything, but now since LA Knight has inserted himself into the Bloodline's business, it's going to be an issue. Now, this is going to be a good match. Question is, what are we building towards? Are we building towards Cena versus Roman at Crown Jewel? Are we building towards LA Knight versus Roman at Crown Jewel? Because the next pay-per-view after Fastlane is Crown Jewel. And Crown Jewel takes place November 4th. And then we have Survivor Series November 25th. So what we've got to build for those upcoming months, right? Those two shows. We've got to build towards Crown Jewel. We've got to build towards Survivor Series. And I think we're going to get a War Games match at Survivor Series. So I like John Cena and LA Knight to win this match. And then we have to figure out what the main event for Crown Jewel is going to be and what the War Games match is going to be. I like LA Knight versus Roman at Crown Jewel, but this is a big money show. Would John Cena really wrestle in Saudi Arabia? I would like to think he won't do it. And then we still got the War Games match, and I could see it being Jay, KO, Sammy, Cody, and LA Knight versus Jimmy, Solo, and the Bloodline, with Cena versus Roman going down as the main event for Survivor Series. That's what I'm feeling. But take John Cena and LA Knight to defeat the Bloodline. And lastly, the World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins defending against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want Shinsuke to win this match. We can't keep beating up Seth, breaking him down just for him to overcome the odds and to retain this championship. This is the perfect time to strike while the iron is hot, to put the championship on Shinsuke. You can even go with the route of Shinsuke defeats Seth. Seth has to take time off. And Shinsuke can hold the championship up until the Royal Rumble. Hell, he can hold it up till WrestleMania. But Shinsuke has to win here. He has been phenomenal in this heel role. Much better when the last time he was really truly. I'm not counting the Nightmare Collective, not Nightmare Collective, the Artist Collective. I'm not counting that. I'm talking about when he won the Royal Rumble and the turn heel against AJ. Shinsuke has to win here. He's got to win here. He needs to win here. It's what all. I hate when we build up someone and they need to get the obvious win and then they don't, and then it's too little, too late. Shinsuke has to win here. And this match is going to be great. This match is going to be really, really good. It's probably going to be one of the two best matches on the entire card between this and the women's triple threat match. But Shinsuke's got to win here. Seth's back is a problem. Shinsuke has been getting the better of Seth at every turn. Shinsuke's got to win here. It's that simple. Put the World Heavyweight Championship on Shinsuke. Period. So, to recap our predictions, I think there are going to be two matches added. I'm thinking a women's tag team title match in Shayna versus Nia Part 2. Then we have the Undisputed Tag Team titles with the Judgment Day. I think they will retain over Cody and Jay. 6-man tag match. I think the LWO with their special guest partner, either Dragon Lee or Carlito, will defeat Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. I think Io Sky will retain the WWE Women's Championship over Asuka and Charlotte Flair. I think John Cena and LA Knight will defeat the Bloodline, and Shinsuke Nakamura will defeat Seth Rollins, becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, winning in a last man standing match. That's our show. Thank you as always, for listening and for watching. Next week, well, with Edge, moving over to AEW and Jade Cargill jumping over to the WWE. Then we'll take a look at some of the biggest company jumps. This is going to be fun. Don't forget to check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram. The 215 that is spelled out on Twitter, Coffee, Patreon, and as always, Shotzi Blackheart, Isla Dawn, Wendy Chu, Bailey, Willow Nightingale, and Gigi Dolan. Holla at ya boy. Peace.